Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a report from DUCOMMUN Incorporated. It looks like they just had their annual shareholder meeting, so buckle up because we're about to find out who got elected and what big decisions were made. Let's see if it was a smooth ride or if there were any surprises waiting for us. Before we start, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below, where you can discuss these filings and investments further. This report is about what happened at DUCOMMUN's annual meeting of shareholders on April 30, 2025. Essentially, it's a summary of what the owners of the company voted on. These meetings are important because shareholders get to voice their opinions on key issues and leadership. So what exactly did the shareholders vote on? Well, three main things. Who would be on the board of directors, whether they approved of how the company is paying its executives, and who the company's accounting firm should be. First up was electing directors. Directors are like the referees. They oversee how the company is run. In this case, the shareholders voted to put Mr. Daniel L. Baum and Mr. Daniel G. Carte on the board for another 3 years, until 2028. The shareholders decided who they wanted in these important positions. Let's look at the numbers. For Daniel Baum, about 12.5 million votes were cast in favour of him, while around 141,000 votes were withheld, which means people didn't support him. About 1.1 million broker non-votes, meaning brokers didn't vote on behalf of their clients. For Daniel Carte, roughly 12.4 million votes were for him, with about 221,000 withheld. Again, there were around 1.1 million broker non-votes, so both candidates were elected without a hitch. Next, the shareholders voted on executive compensation. This is basically a vote on whether they think the company is paying its top executives fairly. It's advisory, meaning the board doesn't have to act on it, but it's a good way to gauge shareholder sentiment. This can be a hot topic as it shows whether the people who own the company believe the top bosses are worth their paychecks. Here, 11.5 million votes were in favour of the executive pay, which means they agree with the compensation packages. About 483,000 votes were against, so some people disagreed. Also, about 637,000 abstained, meaning they didn't take a side, and there were 1.1 million broker non-votes. While it passed, there was some notable opposition. Finally, the shareholders voted on which accounting firm would handle the company's books. In this case, they ratified, which means approved, the selection of PricewaterhouseCoopers LA for the fiscal year ending December 31, 2025. It's like choosing who's going to check your homework for the year. For this, over 13.5 million votes were for PricewaterhouseCoopers LLP, roughly 233,000 were against, and a little over 14,000 abstained. This indicates very strong support for the accounting firm. This report also has some exhibits, but nothing too exciting in this case. Usually exhibits give extra details or supporting documents for the main report. Here it just contains the cover page with some technical formatting information. Now let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. DUCOMMUN is a company that makes engineered products and provides services mainly for the aerospace, defence and industrial markets. The outcomes of these votes can influence their strategy and investor confidence. From this report, things seem pretty stable at DUCOMMUN. The directors were elected without much opposition, and the shareholders are mostly happy with how the executives are being paid, even though there was some opposition. The selection of the accounting firm was also widely supported. It suggests the company is sailing smoothly. However, the opposition to the executive compensation plan might be something to watch. It could signal that some shareholders have concerns about how the company is managing its money or compensating its leaders. This could potentially lead to more scrutiny in the future. All in all, this report shows a company that's keeping things steady and aligned with its shareholders, but with a few potential warning signs on the horizon. There's a breakdown of DUCOMMUN's latest filing. What's your take on these votes and what they might mean for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.